back. For 9 years, my first guest was the host of Politically Incorrect. Now you can see him in his Broadway debut, Victory Begins at Home, which is based in part on his book, When You Ride Alone, You Ride with Bin Laden. Please welcome Bill Maher.
Thank you. I wish I could have gotten you to pose for that.
Yes, yes.
You do such a good Bin Laden.
Yes, I'm known for my Bin Laden. Now, war is over now. Everyone had different opinions beforehand. Do you think it went well?
Well, the war itself did. You can't deny that. I mean, I was wrong about that. I thought it would be a lot bloodier than it was, and they did it, you know, as well as you could a war.
Yes.
You know, 3 weeks, on time, under budget. And a moneymaker.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, I've been saying to people who were against the war, you know, you're not unpatriotic. We did not think that was the right way to fight terrorism, but, you know, who knows? And now that we've done it, it's a fait accompli. You have to root for the plan to work.
Yes. Now, do you think that we got Saddam? Do you have any opinion on that at all?
I doubt it. I don't know, but, you know, it must be very frustrating for these guys, because obviously they went after him because they couldn't get Bin Laden.
Right.
And you remember when Bin Laden, when it was all about, we're going to get him dead or alive, which at some point became, well, he's either dead or alive. You know, it's really not about one man.
Right.
But it is, and people want to know, where's Waldo?
Yeah,
you know? And it reminds me of, in Hollywood, you know, we used to play this game on my old show called Want, Settle, Get. You ever play that game?
Want, Settle, Get.
Well, it's what people do in Hollywood in every casting office. You know, you want Will Smith, you'll settle for Martin Lawrence, you get Emmanuel Lewis.
Right.
You know, I mean, every casting is done that way.
That happens here a lot,
It does. It does that everywhere. You want Keanu Reeves, you'll settle for Pauly Shore, you get the Dell computer dude.
Right,
you know,
right.
And apparently it's
Your order was a little off there.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on. Sorry, yeah.
That's not nice to Keanu.
Yeah.
But, But, you know, it's like that. It's like, you know, you want Bin Laden, you'll settle for Hussein, and you get Chemical Ali. Or,
right. We got him anyway.
You get Abu Abbas. You get somebody who's not really who you wanted.
Now, in your book, you talk a lot about how U.S. consumerism, our consumer culture, agitates poorer nations, makes them angry, and even the way we eat. That's a theory of yours, that the way we eat is one of the reasons that we're so hated.
We are gluttonous. Yes, I mean, that was a big question after 9/11. People said, you know, why do they hate us? It kind of has gone away now, but I think we should still be thinking about it. And, you know, I mean, I in my show go to great pains to say that I defend our way of life, and the Western values, I think, are better. Multiculturalism has it that, you know, for years we've been taught that we're just different. But no, I'm sorry, but rule of law is better than its opposite. Equality of the sexes is better. Protection of minorities better. Free speech better. Free elections better. Free appliances with large purchases better. But I do understand why people hate us, and part of it is the gluttony that you were just talking about. I mean, we are gluttons. We shop with forklifts. We eat giant food off giant plates. We have a holiday where we stuff food into other food.
Which I think is genius, by the way. Well, and if there was a way to get more food inside that food, I'd be all for it.
I was thinking the other day, if they could find a way to put a chocolate swirl inside the cheese that's in the crust of the pizza, I might go for that.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great country, yeah. So we and also the way we have a lot of food, and we also don't always use it to eat. That's another point that you make, in that we play with our food.
We play with it. We you know, this is a country whose strippers wrestle in Jell-O.
Yeah.
And other countries have to use mud, and that's why they hate us.
If we only had, Now, you're very passionate in your belief that there was these government, and this is even before the war began, for a while they were, and they're still running, the government's running ads that equate drug use with funding terrorism.
And more than equate. They say, they say drugs fund terrorism, which is a huge steaming turd whopper of a lie. And, you know, again, it's a great way to take the heat off the oil companies until we can find a way to blame this on smokers, apparently. And it's, you know, drugs is obviously always an easy target. There's an anti-marijuana commercial running now that blows my mind. 2 12-year-old kids are left home alone. They get into their dad's den and they find his gun and they're smoking pot, and one of them accidentally shoots the other because they're high.
Right.
And only in America is the villain in this scene not guns or crappy parenting, but the pot. It's the pot.
The pot did it. Yeah.
You know, leaving your kids home alone with ready access to firearms is a reasonable parenting strategy.
Right.
Not if they're high.
Yeah. I didn't know they had pot when I left that Luger there.
It's amazing to me that pot, the one drug that, you know, has never killed anybody, is the one that's illegal. And every administration, Democrat, Republican, they're all cowards on this. They all dodge the issue. They all say it needs more study. I think 9 administrations, something like that, in a row have done a study.
Right.
And they found out it makes you eat cookie dough. That's pretty much...
Hundreds of billions of dollars spent.
That's what we've come up with.
And that's what we have. Now, you don't like this terror alert system that we have, either. You find it too confusing.
Does anyone? I mean, you know, I mean, when it's yellow, yeah, I act one way. But then when it's orange, I, take a sweater? I mean, you know, what do we, get under the AIDS quilt, get in the panic room? I mean, you know, there's no follow-up telling us what to do is my problem with it. They just tell you, and then we're on our own.
Yeah.
So, you know, we haven't really gotten the memo about security here, but...
Are you, now this is something a lot of people dream about doing, going to Broadway. Are you nervous at all about doing Broadway? Is this... it's very different from doing TV, which, you know, as you know, is you're changing it up every night.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, you know, when you do a Broadway show, whether it's a one-man show like this or any kind of Broadway show, it's night after night after night after night of the same thing, which I've never done and I'm not good at. I mean, that's why I never got married.
No, I
mean,
I'm married, and he's not wrong.
I noticed you hitching your pants when I said
right,
that.
exactly.
Well, you're a newlywed, aren't you?
Yeah, but I have all kinds of problems. I need vitamins or something. No, it's, everyone's different. I'm happy.
You better say something nice, because your wife, I'm sure, watches.
She doesn't watch the show. She can't stand it. She sits by the radio. No, I do. I'm very happy. I'm very happily married. I love it, but it's probably not for everybody.
Yes, right. And you probably got married at the right age?
Yeah, I waited. I just turned 19 recently, and I said, now it's time. No, I did. I waited. That was the difference for me, is that I waited.
Right.
You know, and I think that's... I don't understand when people make it work when they get married when they're 20. I don't know how, because you're still changing. You're still changing as a person. I don't think I'm still changing. I don't think I'm going to become a mature adult till I'm in my late 50s, you know?
Considering that your job depends on you not becoming a mature adult.
Exactly.
I mean, would a mature adult have walked out in that beard?
And traded quips with a dog puppet?
No, that's what I'm saying.
You're right. You're right. The minute I get mature, I'm out of here. I'm doing the news on CNBC. Victory Begins at Home is playing through May 18th at the Virginia Theater right here in New York City. And Real Time with Bill Maher returns on HBO in July. Bill, thanks for making time for us.
Pleasure.
Very nice to have you here. Bill Maher, everybody. We'll take a break when we come back. Yoko Ono is with us.